Hey guys. So, I know I haven't been on in like forever, but there also has been so much going on. Like too much almost. Um we had I should say it's not the main reason why we moved, but it is a very big part of the reason. And me and my husband were both working, and we had one of my brothers come in and watch our kids. Mind you, I have three brothers, and two of them are great with my kids. I love it. The one, however, is not. And he is a very big very big part of the reason of why we moved. And since then, we haven't had any contact with any of my family. And now a certain mother of mine is trying to start up drama again. So I'll give you some context. Me and my husband were both working. This day he just happened to be home, and I had just gotten home from work. We were making our kids supper. Our kids were eating supper. I was like blowing my kid's soup to make it colder for him. And he was across from me, so he moved closer to me because I told him to, and he did. And then he was sitting beside, so I was at the end of the table, and he was sitting at the end beside me, and like my brother was right beside him. And this brother is, no, we don't, no. He's 22. He slapped my 7-year-old son across the face because he stuck out his tongue at him. So when I asked my son about it, he said, I just wanted to show him something because he was getting loose. You know, he's 7, so he's obviously losing teeth and stuff. So he wanted to show my brother something. My brother, for some reason, thought that it was okay for him to slap my 7-year-old across the face. Now, my brother was staying the week with us. So I lost my cool, as a mom would, because that is my child. You just hit my child, I'm gonna hurt you too. So yeah, I hurt him. I did things I'm not proud of, and what else was I to do? You hit my kid. You laid your hands on my kid. So bro, like, knuckle up, motherfucker, because I'm gonna fight you. And then he tells me that he does not deserve to be treated like that. Excuse me? You just laid your damn hands on my kid. And you gonna come at me for laying my hands on you when you touched my child? My child is 7, you're 22. You can defend your damn self. My 7-year-old can't. That is what you're gonna give me? Bull fucking shit. Bullshit. So, then my husband comes inside because he hears the screaming, pulls me off my brother. My brother then went to his room, or the room that he was staying in, called my mom, and I told my husband, I said, you're gonna drive him home. I do not have 30 minutes to wait for my mom to come here and pick him up, because I would lose my shit again, and I know I would. So, he left that very day. My husband did not go to work for 2 days so that I could finish what I needed to do at work and let my bosses know that I was no longer going to be working for them because of the situation, and my husband's job was paying better, so obviously we were going to go with that income instead. Perfectly fine. I went to work that next day for a couple of hours. My manager then came up to me, really sweet guy, and said, you know, you should probably take the rest of the day off, spend it with your kids, talk to your husband about a few things, and, you know, decide what you want. So I said, sure thing, man. Like, thank you, because I was gonna actually ask to take the rest of the day off as well because of like everything. So I packed up the mattress that we were borrowing from my parents as well, put it into the back of our vehicle, dropped it off, and I just left it outside their door because I was not ready to deal with all that confrontational crap that I was gonna get. Mind you, on the way to where my parents live, I was getting messages from my mom saying that she was going to call CPS to take away my kids, that my kids couldn't have a childhood because they have to do chores. And since they live under my roof, they do chores, and it's not so that they don't have a childhood, it's so that they learn responsibility. And it's like taking out the trash and like unloading the dishwasher. So that's not taking up too much time, and all they have to do is take it out. I put the things away, especially where they can't reach, like the cupboards on top of our sink, things like that. So anyway, and yes, while my mother was saying very harsh things to me, I said some things back. So it is what it is, but you're not going to sit there and defend a 22-year-old so-called man for hitting a 7-year-old when that 7-year-old was my kid. That's the wrong kid to hit. Because I'm not standing for that. You want to hit children. Nope. Like, you have no reason to slap a 7-year-old child. No fucking reason to hit my kid at all. I don't care who you are. You lay your hands on my kid, I'm gonna lay hands on you. You know. Anyway. And now, since that day, I haven't spoken to my mom a whole lot because of that. And she is now saying that, like, she left a note on my vehicle saying the only thing that we wanted from her and my family is money when they passed away. I don't want that. I want nothing from you. You chose to take your grown ass son back into the house after he slapped my 7-year-old son, your grandchild, and that's supposed to be okay with you. Now she's contacting my husband and his mother, who is a very sweet lady, lover. She's contacting them about getting our current address. Now, my husband and I agree that they do not need to know our address. They know we moved. It's not a secret. But they were not informed until recently. And I don't care. I will move billions and billions of hours away for you not to be able to have contact with your grandkids. You want to be that disrespectful to me as a mom, saying that you're going to take away my children and not stand up for your grandson when he gets hit by your kid. And mind you, this isn't the first time that that same brother has laid hands on that same boy that I have. I only have the one boy. Love him to death. He's a great kid. Little rowdy some days, but I mean, he's a boy. Anyway, when he was 2, we were at their place and he was playing with a cabinet door. It was very annoying. Like, even to me, it was just annoying. But I told him to stop. He would stop for a bit and then he would continue to do it. He was 2. This grown-ass man figured it was a good idea for him to go and hit my kid on the hand for playing with a fucking door. Who the hell do you think you are? I would like to know that. Who in the fuck do you think you are laying your damn hands on my kid? And I said nothing that day, and I sent my mom a message the next evening, or my brother, or whoever it was, saying that they need to stop laying their hands on my kid. And I told my mother, or my parents, if his behavior does not change around my children, you will lose contact with them. So it's not like they didn't know, and it's not like, oh yeah, we were so close and then we just up and moved. You wrecked your chance of being a grandparent because you stood up for someone else. Now, I'm not going to apologize for doing what's best for my children. Like, yeah, it hurts me that I can't have my family in my life like I would want to. But my kids' safety is far more important than that. Far more important. I will move mountains to make sure my children are safe every single day. And if you think that you're a grandma and that you're going to go side with a incompetent human being who thinks it's okay to lay his hands on a 7-year-old because he was being a kid, no. No. So, yeah, the other day she found out we moved, and where we moved to, like, province-wise, that our physical address and our mailing address is not for her to be known.